up, YouTube land? My name is Wildboy5699, and welcome back to another video now. Welcome back to another story time of Wildboy. I know it's been a very long time since I did one of these, and I thought, hey, since I had a little bit of time, I thought I would do another video. I've been posting at least one video every day for the past 5 days now, and they have gotten so many likes and everything, so it's absolutely very cool and so many comments, so thank you guys so much for that. So I figured I would do a story time with Wildboy because this is September 2024, and at the end of this month will be my 1-year anniversary since I got my tattoo. And I figured since it's the 1-year anniversary coming up, I figured, hey, why not just talk about the tattoo, from what the tattoo I'm gonna get, what I was gonna get to going to get the tattoo, and then all the way from a year later now from the 1-year anniversary tattoo. So I did a couple of videos of talking about the tattoo, like tattoo update and showing everybody about tattoo, and I never went into detail about the video going into great detail about my first tattoo experience. I was gonna do a vlog, but many videos I've talked about the tattoo artist, he was just an asshole, and I will go into detail about why and all that. So this is probably going to be, I'm not going to say what tattoo artist he is, what tattoo place and everything. So I figured just to keep it all the same, I'm not going to say what tattoo shop, what tattoo artist, and all that. But first experience tattoo, the guy did a fantastic job doing the tattoo, but he was a douchebag. But we're going to go into detail, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So I've been wanting a tattoo for a couple of years now, and I have not decided. I couldn't decide what tattoo I wanted to get. You know, my parents have recommended getting a music symbol, getting a movie logo, getting a autism puzzle piece, or something like that. And I'm just like, no, I don't know, and all that. I couldn't decide. And we were picking up my brother from work one day, or coming home from town, and my dad was getting ready to go get another tattoo, because my dad has tattoos all over his body, but my mom doesn't have any tattoos. My brother doesn't have any tattoos, and my sister has one tattoo that she got about 7 years ago. And my brother popped off because ever since he was like 5, 6, 7 years old, he would always say he would get a tattoo of SpongeBob SquarePants. And that was just a joke, and my brother, my dad asked if he still planned on getting a tattoo SpongeBob SquarePants, and he said, yeah, I might, just as a joke. And I figured out, I said, now I know what tattoo I want. It was not SpongeBob SquarePants. And many of you guys know, a year prior to that, I fell in love with the anime High School DxD, and I fell in love with the character Ria's Grimoire. And so I decided, to hell with it, I'm gonna get a tattoo of Ria's Grimoire from High School DxD, such as born. So my parents were like, are you sure you want to get a tattoo of an anime character or something you're really great? I said, dude, I love Ria's Grimoire, but I know the difference between fiction and the real life. So yeah. So anyway, it just, many people say that you want a tattoo that means something to you or you love or something like that, and I figure, well, Ria's Grimoire is not only one of my my all-time favorite anime character, but probably one of my favorite characters of all time throughout. I think the top 3 characters that I have here that I really love is obviously Steve from Blue's Clues, who was always my childhood hero, and then I fell in love with every single character from Doki Doki Literature Club. So I may get a tattoo of them in the future. Who knows? I haven't decided. One of my friends thought I would actually get a tattoo of Natsuki, because Natsuki is my favorite character of DDLC, but I have not that. And then third place would be Ria's Grimoire from High School DxD. I know I go into a lot of more video detail about why I love Rias and all that. So, but anyway, I already watched all the seasons by that August. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to get a tattoo of Ria's Grimoire of High School DxD on my forearm. I wanted to get something on my forearm, for my left forearm for a while, but I just couldn't figure it out. And then when I finally got the idea to get a tattoo of Rias, I said, you know what, let's do it. And so I messaged a couple of tattoo shops. My dad recommended it. I had a particular idea from this tattoo shop that my dad went to all the time when he was younger, since he was friends with the guy who ran it, but now he owns a big tattoo shop in Tulsa. So we went to, I went to Facebook, and I messaged a lot of the tattoo shops. I know some of them were just bots, telling me to call, they'll get back to you, or look up and come to the store, stuff like that. So I messaged this one tattoo place, and then they said, here's a list of the tattoo artists, and reach out to the one you want to do. And so I know that the tattoo artist for this shop that was really popular in the area has like a year or two booking out in advance. So I did not say no. I'm not going to wait to put a deposit down and then wait a year and a half to get a tattoo if I wanted to. Because I'm one of those. If I want to get something, I want to try to do it as fast as I can. And so I know her second tattoo artist had about a 6-month wait, and then some of the other two had pretty much opening and they were really good. And so I messaged one of them to do a tattoo, and I didn't hear anything from that person until after I had the booking and stuff like that, appointment stuff like that. And then I messaged another tattoo shop on the other side of town, and I never heard back from anything. And I said, okay, well, let's try this one because my dad goes to this one for has gone to this place for many years. He knew the owner. He knows a couple of people there. Many people in the area loves this tattoo shop and always recommend it. So I said, let's go there and see. So I messaged the tattoo shop on Facebook, and I said, hey, maybe we can talk something about getting this character on my forearm. They're like, yeah, the so-and-so artist would be interested in doing something like this. I said, okay, yeah, when can I come? He said, come in later this week and we can talk, set up the appointment time and how long it'll take, how much it'll be and everything like that. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go in. So after I took my, what was it? I think after, I can't remember. We went to town or something, took my brother to work, and then we went to somewhere because the tattoo shop was down the street. So we went to the tattoo shop, and the lady who ran the front desk was a very nice person. And he's like, yeah, I'll go get the tattoo artist and we'll figure out what we can do. Tattoo walks in, looks like he was on a bad mood, goes, what you guys need? And I'm like, well, I wanted to plan on getting a tattoo from you. Said you were interested, and maybe we can figure out discussing everything. Looks at the picture. He's like, yeah, it'd probably take about 3.5 hours. Maybe we can do $300 and put a deposit down for $75 if we want to do that today. I said, yeah, sure, no problem. We can do that. So I did. So he's like, yeah, we'll do it from 2 weeks from the day. So I booked it on a Tuesday, and then I had the appointment 2 weeks later, exactly 2 weeks later. And so he's like, yeah, we'll do it from 2 weeks from the day. You want to do a 70? It'll be $300. We'll do a 70. If you want to do a $75 deposit, we can do. If you're able to have the $75, we can put a deposit on there. I said, yeah, sure, we can do that, no problem. So he's like, okay, I'll see you in 2 weeks, and we can go from there. I'm like, cool, thank you, and stuff like that. And and during that 2 weeks, I did watch the first 3 seasons of Ink Master, and I watched not only that, I watched a lot of videos of people getting their first tattoos or going to get a tattoo vlog and stuff like that because I wanted to know what the actual process of getting tattooed. Like I said, my dad loves the show Ink Master, so I watched the first couple of seasons of Ink Master, and it's really interesting because when when they do have an artist that I think that does really good, the judges does not like the tattoo, and when I think that the tattoo looks like absolute shit, they think the tattoo looks absolutely amazing. I don't know, but I definitely knew. I looked up. I know that the judges of tattoo is Dave Nervada, who's the guitar player for Jane's Addiction, and I think one of the main judges is Oliver Peck, who has tattoos shops, I think that somewhere in Texas or anything, but he charges by the hour. I think it's like $100 an hour or something like that, and it's like a long time process to get a tattoo from him. But anyway, I watched the first 3 seasons of Ink Master. I watched clips on YouTube, people getting into fights, walking out, contestants walking out, the canvas was walking out. Apparently, my dad thought it wanted to be a canvas for the show, and so, but I guess you had to live in New York City or in the New York area just to be a canvas. You don't get paid, but you get a free tattoo out of it, so I thought that was really cool. So I watched a couple of seasons, and some of these tattoos look like barf and stuff like that, so I looked up some more videos of Ink Master, of drama and stuff like that, and I looked up videos about people getting their first tattoo from a vlog, or from tattoo shop conventions, because I know GalaxyCon, the convention that I was going to go to in Oklahoma City, that also goes to Richmond, Columbus, and so on and so forth. I go all around all over America. Like my friend, Jurassic Godzilla fan, went to GalaxyCon in San Jose. But I know if you go to a GalaxyCon convention, they actually bring about 5-6 tattoo artists for each convention, and you could schedule to get a tattoo. And I thought, okay, that's cool. Maybe go to a convention, get a tattoo. And I always told myself, I said, I'm not going to anybody's house to go get a tattoo. I'm going to a tattoo shop, knowing that it's clean, the needle is brand new, and stuff like that. And of course, one of the people that I went to work, who came to the store all the time that I worked at Casey, said just, hey, let's go to my friend's house and get a tattoo. I said, I'm not going to nobody's house to get a tattoo. Even my dad said, don't go to nobody's house to get a tattoo because they could be reusing the same needle over and over again. At least when you go to a legit tattoo shop like this one, yes, it was a legit tattoo shop, but it was they use a new needle every single time, use paint and stuff every time. So And then they said, of course, my aunt, because, I love my aunt to death, but when she worked over at the gas station with the McDonald's over in Roland, she had a Pepsi guy who works for Pepsi, who brings in the Pepsi products and stuff like that, also did tattoos on the side, but she would go to his house and say he would get tattoos for free. And anybody who says they get tattoos for free are full of shit. They're either paying money, sucking dick, eating booty, stuff like that. Nobody's going to give you a fucking free tattoo, especially a tattoo like that. So after about 2 weeks later, I also looked up about tips to get ready for your first for a tattoo, like shower, brush teeth, stay still, and stuff like that. Use Vaseline and stuff like that. And so the night before, watched more Ink Master till about midnight. Went to bed. Got up about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I was getting ready, taking a shower, and I got a phone from the tattoo shop. I'm like, fuck. At first, when they called me, I was like, fuck, yeah, they canceled. I'm not going to get the tattoo today, but I did answer, and I said, hello. I said, hey, this is Cole. And I said, yeah. We're like, we'll just come make a double check if you're coming in about 11:30. I said, yeah, I'm on my way, about to walk out the door, get my shoes on. I should be there in less than 30 minutes. Okay, cool, we see you there. So we got to the tattoo shop about 11:30-ish, and, the guy was pretty in a better, decent mood. This time, I did send up just a picture of Reyes, just as a prototype, and he explained that the tattoo didn't look well on the arm, and he asked would I be interested in doing a different post, and I said yeah. I said anything we can find that can go on that arm, we can definitely do. I told him he doesn't have to be that specific picture. So we looked on the computer for about 30 to 45 minutes looking for a decent picture, and of course I asked him, I want it to be safe at work to where I can actually take it out in public where I can show people at work and stuff like that. And so it's like, yeah, we'll definitely find something, and we found a pretty decent one that printed from the printer very, very well. And so we looked at it, and I said, yeah, I think that would work. He showed my dad because he was there, and he's like, yeah, that looks like a really good picture. So I think my mom was working that day, and so he was getting everything set up. I went to the bathroom, sat down, and get ready, and about 30 to 45 minutes after we got that, him getting set up, we were good to go. And so he put the paint down or whatever to have it set and stuff like that. So we looked at it. He asked me if that was a good position. I looked in the mirror. I said, that's perfect. Let's do it. And I will admit, people say the tattoo is pretty painful. Yes, it is fucking painful, but it depends if you do color in the tattoo or not. Now I know when he did the outlining for the tattoo, drawing in the outline, it hurt for a little bit, but it really didn't hurt in some spots. Now when he was coloring, yeah, that was a bitch, but I personally think I did a good job sitting there. Yes, I might admit I might have moved my arm around and moved my legs around, but I did not know that was causing the other arm to move, because I thought I did pretty good. My dad came to check in, and so I said, yeah, I think I'm doing good. He's like, you're moving too much, you're moving your head, you need to stop now. I'm like, okay, my bad, sorry. I always tell people, I understand that he was getting annoyed because he wants to do a good job and not mess it up, but then again, this is my first ever tattoo. You can probably say, hey, you're moving too much, you might want to can you stop? I'm like, yeah, if he would have said that, but he's like, you're moving too much, stop, you need to stop now. I'm like, okay, my fucking bad. I didn't say my fucking bad, but I didn't speak to him for the rest of the entire time. He put his headphones in and everything. So, and my dad always says that people who get tattooed, when you get every tattoo artist, they would usually talk to them and carry on a conversation and stuff like that. But he had his headphones in. I'm just sitting there quietly going through random thoughts in my head, and so. But anyway, and then at the end of the tattoo, he's quickly rushing, putting the stuff on, quickly telling me what to do and what not to do and stuff like that. I hand him a $20 bill, and I'm like, okay, thanks, and all that. Walked out the door. My dad was able to pick me up, had the stuff around there. As soon as we got into the car, I said, never coming back to this place again, another tattoo, especially from him. I said, never coming back to this place. He was an asshole. Never coming back to get a tattoo from this place. I'm going to the tattoo shop over at Fort Chaffee. And so he's like, yeah, I don't believe me. That guy kind of seemed like a prick. So, and then we went to Walmart to pick up some stuff. I had the thing on. And of course, he said it was right before autumn just started, so we didn't have to worry about swimming and stuff like that because they have a rule to not go and swim in public pools in about 2 weeks. I actually saw the thing on YouTube where somebody got a tattoo and in the 2 weeks decided to go swimming in a lake and ended up dying from the bacteria from the tattoo in the pool, in the water. So, about 2.5, 3 weeks later, well, actually, as soon as I got home from Walmart to the tattoo shop, I went to the tattoo shop's Google page where you can leave a review on Google and stuff like that. Of course, I put a 2-star review saying I love the tattoo. He did a great job, but he was an asshole. And of course, I went to the Facebook page and said the same exact thing. And of course, it's one of the tattoo people who worked there shared it, and he called me a entitled Karen who moved too much. I'm like, dude, my bad. Of course, somebody goes, well, I've gone to this person for 15 years and I've never had any issue with that. Well, that's because you go see him every time you want a fucking tattoo. This was my very first tattoo, horrible tattoo experience. I'm not going back to this place, especially get a tattoo artist from him. So I'm not going back. So I'm probably the main best bet. I said I'll probably go to the tattoo shop over at Fort Chaffee and get a tattoo from one of them. Even might take 6 months to a year, but I know they do a really good job. My dad says every time he goes there, it's always it's always enjoyable. So, but like I said, but that's pretty much. And then a year later, I did. My dad likes to put Neosporin on a tattoo. Apparently, most other people say you don't want to put Neosporin on a tattoo because it fades the color away. So I did it once or twice, but as soon as everybody's saying don't do that, get some Vaseline. I bought some Vaseline at Casey's, rubbed it with soap and water really, really lightly and stuff like that. And so about weeks later, and of course, when you get a tattoo on your arm or something like that, they would shave some part of your arm where there's a hair in it, especially if you're a guy. Make sure you don't get the needle stuck in the hair and stuff like that. So that's why when they say your tattoo is going to get really itchy, don't scratch it. That's because the hair's coming back to your skin. So, and then of course so when I was at Casey's doing stuff, my arm would get really itchy, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. And it was a very powerful itch, and it was very itchy. I'm like, don't fucking scratch it. And of course, people have said what we want to do is smack your arm to make it stop itching. Of course, I actually do go because I have really bad allergies, and when I was about 4 or 5 years old, every time I would itch, I would bleed out. I remember we had a cat when I was 3 or 4 years old. I would play with the cat. I had a bald head, and if you look at the picture, my entire fucking head is out in rashes. So they've gotten better over the years, but I still have allergies and stuff like that. You just saw in some of the videos. So, like I said, 2 weeks, the hair started growing back, and it was really itchy. And so about 2.5 weeks later, we went to Tulsa to go to the zoo, go to the mall, and then take my brother to the WWE event. We stayed at the hotel next to the BOK Center, and they were doing Friday Night SmackDown WWE in Tulsa. And so my sister, her husband, or soon-to-be husband, and his daughter, who is my niece, or is my sister's stepdaughter, but I consider my niece because she's been in the picture her the whole life. They came to Tulsa with us. We went to the zoo, and when we got to the zoo, they were just leaving Fort Smith to get to Tulsa. We went to the zoo to Tulsa. We were down to the zoo in about an hour and a half. So we went to the mall, the big Tulsa mall, which that place is fucking huge. I went to the iconic art to get the Miku picture, and I went to a box lunch for the very first time. I actually went into an Apple store the very first time. I thought that was really cool. I actually went to Aeropostale the first time in about 10 years because we had an Aeropostale at the Fort Smith Mall, and they shut down the Aeropostale. One of the Aeropostale locations was the Fort Smith location. But anyway, we got back to the hotel. My parents my brother and brother were getting ready to go to the BOK Center. The hotel we stayed at was like right across the street from the BOK Center. You could go to the front, the front porch of smoke, and if you look that way, the BOK Center was right there. But anyway, we went, and so we stayed in the heart of downtown Tulsa, which is actually a beautiful part. So we went a couple of blocks down the street because my niece asked us if we wanted to go swimming in their indoor pool. We had an indoor pool at our hotel too, but it was absolute shit. But the hotel that my sister and her husband were staying at with my niece, they actually had a hot tub, really nice hot tub, indoors too. And I'm like, ooh, I want to go swimming. I did bring my bathing suit, but I told my mom, I said, I want to go in the hot tub. She's like, yeah, we'll put a dry towel over there on the edge, and you can just do that. Of course, I got in the pool a couple times, so I washed my hands out. Never got the tattoo wet at all. So very, very cool. Of course, I threw my niece in the pool the type of thing. She loves it when we pick her up and throw her in the pool, or we jump in together at the same time. But I couldn't do that at that time because of the tattoo. But we stand in the hot tub for a little bit, and then make sure the water of the chlorine didn't get in the tattoo and anything and all that. So, and then a couple of months later, we went to Northwest Arkansas Comic-Con, and Northwest Arkansas, the Rogers Convention Center, and I saw a Rias pillow, I don't know where it is, but it was a Rias pillow I picked up at the Northwest Arkansas Comic-Con. I was walking across and I saw this booth from last year and I didn't see anything that piqued my interest. And I looked at the same and I saw the Rios pillow. I'm like, I asked a guy and I said, hey, is the Rios tattoo for sale? He's like, yeah, we can sell you the Rios tattoo. And he asked me if I was a big high school DxD fan, if I like Rios. I said, yeah, and I showed him my Rios tattoo. And of course, the other guys who was working at that booth loved the tattoo. And they were talking about how they met Jamie Marquis at the convention somewhere, a couple states over and stuff like that, and they said yeah. And of course, not having met Jamie Marquis yet, I asked. Of course, I met a couple people who were like the person who bought the pillow, or who was selling the pillow and sold this, because I bought this at the same convention. Of course, I asked both people, not asking this to be funny, but just out of curiosity, because I know Jamie gets a lot of shit on Twitter, but when you met her, was she absolutely friendly? They're like, oh yeah, Jamie is very, very nice. And every person I met, and that has met Jamie, they said, yeah, she's very, very nice. You just got to be careful what you say around her. I said, I got it. And so, I wanted to tweet it to Jamie for a couple of months now, and I have not been able to find the right time to tweet about it. I know I tweeted her a happy birthday one year, right after I got the tattoo. She liked to tweet, and then I followed her for a little bit just to see if she's coming to a convention near where I live. Like I said, I talked to my friend Joey, who's the MC for the Comic-Cons in the area, and I asked him, hey, can you ask the booking guy to bring Jamie Marquis or any high school DxD show them their tattoos? Like, yeah, I'll let them know and stuff like that. And so one day, I was following Twitter, and Jamie just posted this tweet about 5 minutes ago, right before I posted. She goes, out of y'all opinions, who is your 4 favorite high school DxD leads? And I say Rios, Akino, Kaneko, and the Earth blue-headed girl who hair looks like Earth thing. And she liked the tweet right away. I'm like, oh, now this is the perfect time to tweet, show Rios my tattoo. So I found a picture when it was brand new at the time, and I said, as a matter of fact, I love Rios so much that I got a tattoo of her on my arm. She saw it, liked it, retweeted, and said, oh my god, it is absolutely beautiful. And so a lot of other people in my tweet were also sharing their other tattoos as well, whether from high school DxD or Rios and stuff like that. And she made a tweet, which you can go back and if you type in Jamie Marquis DxD tattoos on Twitter. He was actually retweeting my tweet. Actually, she retweeted all the tweets, but the first picture she retweeted of a high school DxD tattoo from April was mine. So I tweeted it to her and I said, I love Rios so much that I got a tattoo on my arm. She's like, oh my god, it's absolutely beautiful. She retweeted it saying she has a mild obsession with DxD tattoos. And she absolutely loved it. I'm like, hey Jamie, hopefully one day I can meet you and stuff like that. She's like, yeah, hopefully we can find a convention and stuff like that. So very, very cool. And of course, there's a lot of other people who were in my comments of that tattoo who have had really, really amazing DxD tattoos. I know there was a girl who had a Rios tattoo on her shoulder and stuff like that. There was a guy who had a DxD tattoo of Rios, Kaneko, and Akino on his leg and stuff like that. So the fact that, many people has DxD tattoos, like I'll literally Google high school DxD tattoos, and there's this one guy who has a sleeve of Rios Grimoire on his arm, and it's absolutely fucking beautiful. But luckily, if you type in Rios Grimoire tattoos, one of my tattoo will pop up. So at the end of the day, that's pretty much the story. This is the tattoo now. As you can see, within a year of it being on my arm, it's still in a very, very condition. People say that the red in a tattoo draws out within a year. But the fact that I was able to have the red, every part of the red in the tattoo, has for a year is absolutely incredible. So, like I said, I love the tattoo. I loved how it turned out. The guy did a fantastic job. Just wish he wasn't a fucking dickhead. So that's pretty much it for the video. If you have a tattoo story you want to share with me, leave me in the comments down below. If there's a type of tattoo you want to get, plan on getting, or want to get, let me know in the comments down below. All that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, rate with a thumbs up, comment down below. As always, thank you guys a lot for watching. I'll see you on the future video. Take it easy.